want to know what my own personal favorite wrestling move to do is? That's right, it's the Falcon Arrow. There was no need for me to do that. I just wanted to feel proud. But otherwise, yes, hello, my name is Simon from What Culture, and it's another one of those lists where you're going to go, oh my gosh, I can't believe he didn't insert my favorite move here. But never forget, that is what the comments is for. So let's get some people all riled up. And here are the 10 best wrestling moves in wrestling, damn it, right now. Number 10, Powerhouse Hobbs' Spine Buster. So for the people that don't like wrestling or just want to rag on wrestling, their favourite thing to say is, well, that move didn't look very real, ha ha, what an absolute pile of crap. Now, when you do run into this individual, what I suggest you do is you sit them down, you slap them around the face, and you show them Powerhouse Hobbs' Spine Buster. So honestly, this whole thing transcends eras, because you could take the maneuver and you could put it in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, or today, and every single time somebody would go, hot damn, I think he killed him. I mean, it certainly helps because William is absolutely massive, but it's the way that he grabs a guy and just slams them down to the mat. And again, because he is a monster, he does this effortlessly. And I've said this before on my Ups and Downs show, if he wanted to make that his finisher, he absolutely could, which actually he has done a few times in the past. Number 9, Bron Breakker's Spear. Now going back to my own wrestling career, many a time at an event, I have used the spear as my finishing move, and I tell you, sometimes it can go very well, sometimes it can absolutely suck. And the reason for this is simple, Goldberg. Because when Billy Boy used to spear people, he would just straight up football tackle them, meaning the person taking it was like, oh my gosh, my ribs, whereas us, the fans, were like, oh my gosh, that was brilliant. Now, you can't really do that in 2022, and you probably shouldn't have been doing it back in 1998, but we do need to find a halfway house, and I think right now the best guy doing it is Bron Breakker. I do want to throw Ricky Starks in there as well, because he does a damn good job, but when it comes to Bron, it looks like he absolutely annihilates his opponent without actually leaving them laying on the mat going, don't know why I chose this career, I was told it wouldn't hurt. I also think a major reason for this is because Breakker is so damn new to wrestling. He's only had like half a match and he is already at that skill level, and when you take all that information and put it in your brain, can't help but be impressed. Number 8, Wardlow's Powerball. Now, whether it's because he's doing the symphony version or just because he's super duper over, every time I see Wardlow do the Powerbomb, I just feel deep down in my tum-tum, and I know that it's all warm and fuzzy. And there really isn't that much else to say about it, it's just one of those things that works. I mean, Wardlow does it very well, his form is very good, and he hits it on people like W. Morrissey, who you keep looking up and you never actually see his face because he's so damn tall. But it's wrestling, right? If something clicks, it just clicks. And we're along for the ride. It also just makes sense, which is actually the secret sauce when it comes to sports entertainment. If you find the right move and you marry it up to the character, everyone's going to be happy. Number 7, Dax Harwood's Slingshot Liger Bomb. Quick shout out to Pac, who also does an amazing Liger Bomb, but the reason that Dax Harwood gets in here is because he uses the ropes and given his character in his gritty ways, he just makes the thing look so damn edgy. Like every time he hits this, I stroke my non-existent beard. I'm like, I hope that other guy's okay. It is yet another maneuver that could absolutely use as his finisher, but it also proves an equation I have had on the cards for a long time, which is move plus using the ropes equals fun times all round. You can go do the maths, but you will see that is legit. So far, I don't think he has pinned anybody with this, but it has resulted in so many damn near falls. I'm gonna stand here and cross my fingers and hope that soon it ends somebody's career. No, wait, no, not their career. I just wanted to win a match. I did it again. Number 6, Malachi Black's jumping knee strike. And you could also throw Black Mass in here because he hits it so damn well every time, but I'm looking for the under the radar moves here, which is why I want to talk about his knee strike. I mean, seriously, how does he hit this without breaking somebody's jaw? It's also the speed of the thing, because from nowhere he's taken a part of his leg and just smashed it into somebody's jaw. And actually, when you go through his whole arsenal, he does this time and time again. As far as I know, he's never hurt anyone. It just goes to show that if you do have some kind of martial arts background, you can use that and put it right into what you're doing in a wrestling ring. And once more, if anybody wants to tell you otherwise, just show them one of these, especially that one he did on Penta a few months ago. Honestly, scared the shit out of me. Number 5, Bianca Belair's KOD. Now for my money, this is one of the best finishing moves going because Bianca Belair grabs her opponent, puts them on her shoulders with their face looking upwards, and then flicks them round and throws them right into the mat. And tying into her whole EST gimmick, you've got to be damn strong to do it, and she does it on everyone. What WWE and Bianca have done a great job with too is that sometimes she'll be losing a match, she'll get pissed off, and then she just grabs another wrestler, goes, whoop, hits the KOD, and that's it. 1, 2, 3. And when you do have a maneuver that is devastating, example RKO, you can do this for 20 years and it never gets old. If you want proof of this one too, again, just go watch Bianca Belair versus Doudrop. I mean, that was a thing of beauty. Number 4, Darby Allin and Nathan Fraser's suicide dive. CM Punk himself came out and said, oh yes, hello wrestling world. If you're doing a suicide dive, maybe you want to retire, because ain't none of us doing it better than Darby Allin. And let's face it, he's right. I will still never get over it no matter how many times I see it, because Darby doesn't do some elegant, graceful jump from the ring. He just runs and he cannonballs himself through the ropes to the point when he hits his opponent on the outside, he just smacks right into them. So if you ain't ready for it, you're gonna fall into the ground. I mean, I honestly don't get how he does it, and I also don't understand how he hasn't killed anybody up to this point. But I would also like to bring Nathan Fraser into the debate here, because while I would put Darby Allin at number 1 and Nathan at number 2, I mean, this is damn close. His is excellent as well. I mean, it's just all about the speed and the execution and the fact they don't give a shit. And I'll let you in on another secret, and sadly I don't have footage of this. I did a suicide dive once, and I caught my foot on the ropes and I face planted into the apron. I am a crap wrestler. Number 3, Jon Moxley's Bulldog choke. You want to believe in wrestling. I want to believe in wrestling. We all want to believe in wrestling. We can suspend our disbelief so that when we're sitting there, we're like, oh my gosh, this person is in peril. And 9 times out of 10, this is usually when Jon Moxley is applying his Bulldog choke. I mean, it really does help that Mox has totally found himself in the wrestling world at the moment, from his character to his moveset. But given that he is moving away from the paradigm shift just to try and choke people out, well, now people react to it, and don't forget, all it is basically a modified sleeper, but when fans see it, they're like, oh boy, here we go. And this all comes down to the fact that Jonathan makes his matches feel like a fight. So let's say you were struggling to pin somebody, what is your natural reaction? It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna make you pass out, and a good way to do that is to throttle you. So it just works, and it just looks brutal. It didn't need any weird float overs or technical stuff. It's as basic as they come, but the execution rocks. Number 2, Konosuke Takeshita's German suplex. Now, we have seen a lot of German suplexes across the years of wrestling. Brock Lesnar comes to mind. But for some reason, when Takeshita does his, as well as the bridge, and he goes into the pin, honestly, that thing should be up for some kind of an award. I mean, just take a look at this picture on the screen right now when he did it to Jon Moxley. I mean, not only is he bent over like a bridge, but his neck has to be the strongest thing ever. And look at his feet. He is on his tippy toes. That doesn't make any sense. He also has a wonderful snap on it that makes you feel like he just broke his opponent's neck, which, don't forget, in the real world is what you'd be trying to do with a German suplex. And he almost did beat Jon Moxley with that move. And very soon, this is something else that should win a match. And in case you're wondering, no, I can't see it. I'm just looking at a green screen. Number 1, Will Ospreay's Hidden Blade. Now, I tell you this, I was always a big fan of Will Ospreay, but when we got to the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, and he absolutely smashed it with Orange Cassidy, well, I kind of feel like he moved to another level. And a huge reason for this is because at that pay-per-view and at the Dynamites and Rampages leading up to it, he hit so many damn people with the Hidden Blade, where he takes his arm and just cracks somebody in the back of the head, that he actually came across like a super duper threat, even though he can do the flippy dippy doo-dah stuff too. And do not forget how terrifying this is. 1, you have to have full trust in Will, because you are not looking at him, and you just have to kneel there and go, oh, it's about to hit me, it's about to come. I hope he doesn't crack me too hard. As far as I know, he's never hurt anybody with this, so you do have to give him a round of applause for being able to obscure the magic and making it feel as legit as possible, but it's also giving him a proper edge. Because do not forget, what he is saying here is, oh man, I can see somebody's brain holder, why don't I try and crack it open? I don't know about you, but that ain't normal. Now, of course, we have missed out a load of moves on this list, so make sure you get into the comments below and let me know your favorite, and then like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Then head over to whatculture.com where you can read articles like this with your eyes. You can also follow us on social media at Simon316 or What Culture WWE. And trust me, I've looked. I was responsible for some of them. We have a lot of videos. Please do watch one. My name is Simon What Culture. Thank you for watching me as always. See you soon.